Hello everyone, today I'm here to inform you of the 3 different types of Down syndrome and each of their characteristics. Now the main idea that I want to talk about is, they're called 3. It's trisomy 21, translocation Down syndrome, and mosaic, are 3 types of Down syndrome. People with Down syndrome have the physical and health features. Now imagine excitement that you're knowing you're having a kid, for example, or knowing that you're going to be a father of a kid. And imagine you're on the table in the hospital, you're excited to meet the baby, and all these emotions running through your head. What's this baby going to look like? What characteristics, what traits they're going to have of you, of your significant other, if not any. And then you're told to push. So how are you going to feel about this, basically? So after all the hard work and labor, you hear your baby's first cry, and you smile bigger than ever when you see it, and then all of a sudden, you see the look in your doctor's face, and he gives you this look, runs out the door, does not explain anything, comes back in, which feels like hours later, and says your baby's showing signs of Down syndrome. Imagine that feeling of parents. Imagine that. Now, let's start by learning what Down syndrome is, just so you can picture the physical traits available. Down syndrome occurs when an individual has a full or partial extra copy of chromosome 21. The 3 types of Down syndrome are trisomy 21, 95%. Now, each cell in the cell body has 3 separate copies of chromosome 21 instead of the usual 2, i.e., hence the extra set of DNA. Now the second type is translocation DS, and this is an extra part or a whole extra chromosome. It's present, but it is attached to another chromosome, found in only about 3% of cases. And the most rare one, or the least common, as some would say, is mosaic DS. Now this is found in 2%. This is when the chromosomes are split. Some cells have 3 copies, but others may only have 2. Individuals with this type of Down syndrome, mosaic, have same features as other individuals with DS, but will have fewer features in the individual with the first trisomy 21 or the second translocation DS. Now remember, the trisomy 21 is the most common. It's the most common in 95% of cases. Translocation DS is common in only 3%, and the mosaic DS is the least common, which is found in only 2%. Now, many of you may be able to recognize the physical traits of someone with Down syndrome, but there's also medical problems associated with individuals with Down syndrome that may not be as easy to identify. Some common features of facial and physical features are flattened face, almond-shaped eyes, short neck, small ears, small hands and feet, short in height, as in children or adults. Now some people may have one or more major birth defects or other medical problems. Maybe some have sleep apnea. Now this occurs when someone temporarily sleeps during the night. Maybe they temporarily sleep 50 to 70%, where they basically need a machine to breathe for them, otherwise they would die. 75% or more are deaf, or they have been affected by hearing loss. The third one is ear infections. Ear infections and eye diseases like cataracts and eye issues requiring glasses may be known to be in a person with Down syndrome. Now, although people with Down syndrome may look or act similar, each person has different abilities. They might possess an ability that you and I might not possess. The third point is education. Now, there's quality education available out there for living a great environment, for good health care, for providing support for people with Down syndrome where their family and friends can aid in their support. The life expectancy has increased over the years. In 1983, life expectancy was only 25 years old. They are allowed to attend school, work, and live independent lives, and we teach them how to be independent so they can live just as we live. Today, the life expectancy is now 60 years old. And before I close, I want to share a story with you. My cousin Ebony was diagnosed with Down syndrome at birth. Doctors didn't expect her to live past the age of 5. She's now 29 years old. She has a job as a teacher's assistant in school. She loves it. She's living on her own. I remember when we were younger and she used to get frustrated because it was hard for her to do simple tasks. And now she has them mastered. And we were all telling her, don't give up. You got this. Stay focused. She only needed to be told repetitive times, a little bit, and she would ace it. And in conclusion, I'm very proud of her today. And Down syndrome does not have to be something that stops anyone from living their life to the fullest. We have advanced technology, the life expectancy is longer. If you have support from your family and friends, you can get through this. This is not a reason to get rid of any child that you have. This is a reason to help them grow. I think they can even grow faster if they have support of family and friends. Everyone possesses a strength and weakness, and they continue to succeed the odds each and every day. So next time you encounter someone that's been diagnosed with Down syndrome, just remember that there are people just like us trying to make a difference in society. That is all.